Jonathan, Jonathan's pretty chill and nonchalant. I like him.
The internet is never short of degenerates. Very few are actually at the same level as Williams McKing, or better known as MisterPissAir. Although his online presence is pretty young and only counted in months, he's already gained notoriety as the nastiest and most deranged TikToker to ever exist.
Oh boy, do I love me some fat. Are you crying? What's wrong with you? You don't like fat? Why did I bring you here? So we could be fat buddies. You don't want to be fat buddies with me? You never said you liked fat? What? I remember we met on the street. You said you love fat. You said you wanted to come down to my basement and do some fat with me. How could you lie to me like this? Let me tell you something, brother. I don't care what you like. You finna take a hit of this fat, bruh. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, cry. I want you to cry. You finna take a hit of this fat for lying to me. Come here, take it.
From cooking his meals with his own piss to eating moldy, expired food and even taking showers in his own urine, MisterPissAir isn't just disgusting and nasty, he's a walking health hazard. But it doesn't stop there. He lives in the filthiest place you could ever imagine, and his content makes it clear that he's not just unhygienic. There's something deeply troubling about his mental state. Believe me when I say this is not the kind of person you'd ever want to see in your life, let alone spend time with. This guy is kind of addicted to piss. I mean, we've seen people obsessed with weird things, but he takes it to a level no one thought possible. From using urine as a cooking ingredient to proudly showcasing his revolting lifestyle, MisterPissAir has somehow managed to cement himself as TikTok's reigning king of filth. Given the fact that he uploaded his first video only 4 months ago, you might be confused. How the hell did he manage to rise to the top of TikTok's list of degenerates so quickly? Well, it all becomes clear when you take a closer look. His very first video was the one that earned him the infamous name MisterPissAir. In that shocking debut, he showcased himself using his own urine in ways no one could have anticipated or stomached. From that moment on, the internet exploded with controversy, as viewers couldn't decide whether to laugh, cry, or just close the app forever. The controversy surrounding MisterPissAir is unmatched. From the very beginning, his content has been a whirlwind of disgust, shock, and disbelief. But if you think his debut video was the peak of his degeneracy, you're sorely mistaken. Because MisterPissAir didn't stop there. Oh no! He turned his obsession into a series of tutorials that somehow managed to outdo each other in sheer absurdity. Whether it's his recipes featuring urine as the main ingredient, or his utterly deranged advice on how to incorporate it into everyday life, MisterPissAir has built an entire catalog of stomach-churning content. His videos walk the fine line between horrifying and strangely captivating, the kind of thing you can't unsee but also can't stop talking about. Now let's talk about one of the most notorious pieces of content that skyrocketed MisterPissAir to infamy, his piss tutorials.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to... What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a piss... What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make piss pancakes.
And there we have it, the infamous PissAir tutorial. Somehow this man looked at a cheap fan box and thought, I can make this worse. He sets it up, places a jug of his own piss right next to it, and flips the switch. What happens next is nothing short of horrifying.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make piss air. So basically what you're going to need is a bunch of bottles of piss, like I do right here. And you're going to need a fan. And so basically what you do is you put a bunch of piss in the back of the fan, and then the back of the fan will spray the air out and into the air surrounding you, and then that will create the piss vortex. And so basically what the piss vortex is, it's a vortex of piss that spins in the air, and then the piss will get you high as, and that's how you make piss air. Yes, I love the piss
Watching him do this with such confidence, as if he's invented the next big thing in air fresheners, is both baffling and disturbing. Who even thinks this is a good idea? This isn't just some DIY gone wrong. This is a deliberate choice to turn his room into a biohazard zone. The man is practically glowing with satisfaction, while the rest of us are left questioning humanity itself. As if the piss air tutorial wasn't bad enough, MisterPissAir took things even further by turning his obsession into a full-blown culinary nightmare. Yes, he started using piss as an ingredient in his cooking, and it's every bit as revolting as you'd imagine. Let's dive into the stomach-churning madness.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make piss pancakes. So we're going to start off by getting our bowl. Don't worry about it. It has some doo-doo stains in it, but who cares? We're going to put our pancake powder into the bowl. Alright, now that you have a decent amount of pancake powder in the bowl, what you're going to want to do is put the piss in the bowl and then mix it up. Now that you're done mixing it up, what you're going to want to do is get your oil and put it on the frying pan. Alright, now that your oil is on the frying pan, you're going to want to put the mix in there. Hold on, let me just... Alright, alright. Put the pancake in there, you just put it in there. Alright, yep. Alright, that's good enough. Okay, everyone, the piss pancake is ready. Let's just scoop it out and put it on the plate. Alright. You know what? I think this doesn't look too bad.
And here we have the piss pancake tutorial. Honestly, I thought I had seen the worst MisterPissAir had to offer, but somehow he always finds a way to outdo himself. First, he heats a pan in the microwave, because apparently conventional cooking methods are too mainstream. But then comes the real star of the show, the bowl. This bowl is so filthy it could be a biohazard. I'm talking about a bowl with stains on it, and the worst part, this guy didn't seem to care at all. But no, he keeps going. He pours the pancake and piss mixture right into the nastiest bowl imaginable. And as if that wasn't bad enough, he fills it up with more piss. At this point, it's not even about making food anymore. It's like he's in a competition with himself to create the most repulsive thing on TikTok. And he's winning. The whole thing feels like a fever dream of bad decisions. I mean, who even thinks of using a bowl covered in actual for cooking? At this point, it's not just gross, it's borderline malicious. You almost wonder if he's trolling the internet or if this is genuinely how he lives. Either way, it's impossible to look away. What's wild is that he doesn't even flinch during the process. He's so casual about it. Like this is just a normal Tuesday in the life of MisterPissAir. It's honestly hard to tell what's more shocking. The piss pancakes themselves or the sheer confidence he has in presenting them as something worth sharing with the world. Just when you think it can't get worse, MisterPissAir says, "Hold my piss." Enter the next culinary catastrophe, the piss pizza. Calling it a pizza at this point feels like an outright insult to the entire concept of food. And if you happen to be a pizza lover, let me offer my sincerest apologies in advance, because what you're about to witness might just ruin your favorite meal forever.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make some piss pizza. So you're going to need some piss, some bread. It's a little moldy, but we got to work with what we got. Some ramen and some cheese. Let's start. Okay, everyone, so we're just going to start off by cutting the bread in half.
Now that your bread is cut in half, you're only going to need one slice, so just take one out. And now, take your cheese and put the cheese onto the bread. All right, now you're going to want to put your piss, because this is going to be the sauce. All right. Oh, look at how juicy that looks. Oh, my God. It's already dripping. Now, this is your final step. What you're going to want to do is take your ramen noodles and crush it. Crush it. Okay, I'm kind of... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now that's how you make a piss pizza.
So, he starts off with bread that looks like it's been sitting in a damp corner for weeks. It's moldy, visibly moldy, and he knows it. He looks at it, acknowledges it, and then decides, yeah, this is perfect. I mean, why not? In his world, hygiene and common sense are just optional extras. And then comes the pièce de résistance, the piss sauce. Supposedly, this is meant to take the place of tomato sauce, but let's be real. It takes the place of any last shred of dignity this video might have had. He pours it over the moldy bread like he's some kind of master chef, completely ignoring the fact that this recipe could probably ruin his health and lead him to some serious sickness. Watching this unfold, you can't help but feel a mix of horror and disbelief. The fact that he goes through this whole process with such confidence is both disturbing and weirdly impressive. And just when you thought MisterPissAir had exhausted his arsenal of nightmare fuel, he brings out the blender for his next monstrosity, the piss milkshake. At this point, it's almost like he's on a personal mission to ruin every category of food imaginable. The ingredients? Let's just say they follow the same disgusting formula as everything else he's made so far. By now, the blender itself is probably begging for mercy. And of course, the star ingredient, his piss, makes its usual appearance, turning what could have been an innocent drink into something that makes you question humanity.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a piss milkshake. All you're going to need is some milk and some piss. It's going to be pretty easy to make. So let's get started. So basically what you're going to need is the milk and a bottle of piss. Just put the milk in the piss. Alright, now just shake it up. Shake that shit up. Shake that shit up. Shake that shit up. Bitch. Fuck this whole milkshake. Fuck you guys. Fuck the milkshake. Fuck TikTok. Alright, just keep shaking it. Keep shaking it. Keep shaking it. Alright. And boom. Look at that. Now you got your nice and creamy piss milkshake. Let's see how creamy it is when you pour it. Okay, well, it's still liquidy. Shake it a little bit more. This milkshake. This milkshake.
The worst part? He acts like he's genuinely proud of his creation, as if he's just invented a revolutionary new beverage. Watching him finish up and present this abomination like it's some kind of masterpiece is equal parts horrifying and baffling. Of course, MisterPissAir couldn't stop at solid food. No, he had to venture into the world of beverages with his piss milkshake. Because why ruin just one category of food when you can destroy them all? It's almost as if he's running a personal experiment to see just how far he can push the boundaries of disgusting content. And somehow, he's always willing to go that extra mile. The process is just as chaotic as you'd expect. From the moment he pulls out the blender, you know nothing good is about to happen. He casually tosses in ingredients with zero regard for hygiene, flavor, or basic human decency. It's not just the piss, although of course that's the headline act. It's the sheer lack of care in every step. The blender itself is probably wishing it could unplug itself and roll away. At this point, it's not even about shock value anymore. It's about watching someone fully lean into being the internet's most unapologetic nightmare. The piss milkshake is just another chapter in MisterPissAir's growing legacy of chaos, and it's clear he's not stopping anytime soon. If you thought the piss milkshake was the peak of MisterPissAir's chaos, buckle up, because now we're diving headfirst into the worst of it all, the piss birthday cake. That's right. This man woke up one day and thought, you know what would make a great celebration? A cake with a splash of my own urine.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be making a piss birthday cake. This is from Butt Daddy, and they wanted me to make a piss birthday cake for Alex. So Alex, you're about to get the best birthday.
But of course, this isn't just any cake. No, MisterPissAir decided to make this culinary disaster even worse by throwing in a truly mind-boggling addition: his bare foot. Yes, you heard that right. At one point, he literally sticks his foot into the supposed cake mixture like it's a casual part of the process. I don't know about you, but if I'm making a cake, the one thing I will never dare to think is, you know what this needs? Athlete's foot for texture.
What you're going to need is some syrup, some sugar, some oranges, because you got to be healthy with your fruit, and some boiled eggs. Let's start. Oh, wait, I forgot the piss. Yeah, obviously the piss. I got tons of piss here. So we're going to start off by putting the fruit on there. Yeah, because, you know, we got to be healthy. Now we're going to put the eggs on there. Just put that there, the boiled eggs. Just going to crush it on there. All right. Yeah, let me just rub my toes in there. All right. Now, in order to make it sweet, we have to put the syrup in there. We got to make it sweet and sticky. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my God, Alex, you're gonna be eating so good. All right, now time for me to put the piss. Wait a minute, what should I use? Should I use the jug or the bottle? I'll just use the bottle. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at how juicy that is. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot to put the sugar. Well, it doesn't matter. You're already going to have a juicy, sweet birthday piss cake, whatever the fuck contraption. Okay.
And then there's his commentary, which somehow makes everything even weirder. He proudly announces that this cake is for Alex's birthday. Let that sink in for a moment. He's making this abomination as a gift. But wait, it gets better. He claims this request came from someone called Butt Daddy. At this point, you're left questioning not just his actions, but the entire cast of characters in this bizarre little universe. Who is Alex? Who is Butt Daddy? And why are they enabling this madness? Or is he just making them up? The whole thing feels like a fever dream you desperately want to wake up from. Watching him casually mix piss into the batter, stomp on it with his bare foot, and then act like he's doing something totally normal is like watching a slow-motion train wreck. You can't look away, even though every fiber of your being is screaming for you to stop. By the end of this clip, you're left with one overwhelming question. Why? Why does this exist? Why does he do this? And why, oh, why does he think it's worth sharing? The piss birthday cake isn't just nasty, it's a declaration of war on common sense, hygiene, and the very concept of food. It's the kind of content that stays with you, not because you want it to, but because it haunts your nightmares. If you thought the food tutorials were chaotic, this one's in a league of its own. MisterPissAir has now turned his attention to what he calls self-care. But don't let the new category fool you. This isn't an upgrade. Enter the piss foot bath.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to take a piss foot bath. So if it's been a long, hard day of work and you really need to relax, or if you want to meditate, this is the video for you. So all you're going to need is 3 bottles of piss like I have now. Just going to want to pour them on your feet, like really soak it in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to be relaxing. Oh yeah. Now that you've done that, you really just soak your feet in there. Just really scrub it in there. Oh yeah.
After a long string of food disasters, MisterPissAir shifts gears. But don't think for a second this is going to be any less horrifying. In what might be his most bizarre tutorial yet, he decides to teach us how to take a piss foot bath. Yes, this time it's not about food, but about what he clearly believes is self-care. At first you might think, oh, finally, he's doing something about hygiene. But of course, in true MisterPissAir fashion, it takes a turn straight into the absurd. Watching him step into this tutorial feels like stepping into an alternate reality where hygiene means the exact opposite of what it should. He takes what could have been a moment of self-improvement and turns it into yet another chaotic spectacle. The idea of this being a self-care tip is so hilariously misguided that it almost feels like satire. Except, knowing MisterPissAir, it's definitely not. At this point, it's not just about shock value anymore. It's about watching someone who seems completely unfazed by the line he's repeatedly crossing. The piss footbath is a reminder that, with MisterPissAir, the only rule is that there are no rules.
Oh, you're finally awake. How you doing? Where are you? Oh, you're in heaven. You want to go back home? What? Why don't you want to stay in heaven? We have piss for eternity.
Just when you think you've seen the peak of MisterPissAir's madness, he decides to escalate things to a level that's almost beyond comprehension. A golden shower. Yes, you heard that right. Because apparently ruining food and self-care wasn't enough. Now he's here to redefine what a shower should never, ever be. The worst part, it's not just what he does, it's how he does it. His behavior in this clip is so weird and cringy that it feels like something about this guy isn't okay. And as if the act itself wasn't enough, he starts preaching his bizarre philosophy. You can do anything with piss. You can shower. You can get high. I don't even know where to start with that statement.
You can do anything with pee. You can exercise. You can brush your teeth.
It's almost like he's fully embraced being the internet's ultimate villain. And at this point, he's just doubling down for the sake of it. The golden shower isn't just disgusting. It's the kind of content that makes you question everything you know about humanity. This is the kind of clip that lingers in your mind. Not because you want it to, but because it's so extreme, so absurd, that it becomes impossible to forget. MisterPissAir doesn't just push boundaries, he obliterates them. And somehow he always finds a way to make the last shocking thing look tame in comparison. And what you're going to say next will prove this for you. This time he's ventured into a realm so absurd and revolting that it's almost impressive in the worst way possible. A tutorial on creating pit air. Yes, you heard that right. As if the piss air wasn't horrifying enough, he now takes things to a level that feels like a social experiment in how far he can push his audience.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make shit air. So basically what you're going to need is some doo-doo stains on your wall, like I do. And you're also going to need a fan. And so basically what you're going to want to do is put the fan behind the doo-doo stains. And then the doo-doo stains will create the doo-doo vortex. And so basically the doo-doo vortex will go all around your room. And then you'll get some beautiful air, and so that's how you make shit air.
And what's even more baffling is the sheer audacity with which he approaches it. At this point, it feels less like content creation and more like performance art gone terribly wrong. Unlike his previous antics with food or self-care, if you could even call it that, this one stands out because it feels like he's actively trying to redefine the concept of rock bottom. A stained wall becomes the centerpiece of his latest disaster, and then, of course, his infamous fan box makes its inevitable appearance. Watching this unfold, you can't help but wonder what goes through his mind when he comes up with these ideas. It's not just disgusting, it's deliberate. There's a kind of twisted creativity here that's almost fascinating, but not in a good way. He takes something as mundane as a fan and turns it into an instrument of chaos, all while maintaining that same bizarre sense of pride that's become his trademark. It's like he's running an unspoken contest to see just how many people he can shock into silence. But here's the real kicker. It's not even about the act itself anymore. It's about the lack of any boundaries, the complete disregard for even the most basic standards of hygiene or decency. Watching this, you're not just disgusted, you're left questioning how we got here. How did the internet become a place where something like this can exist, let alone gain any kind of attention? The shit air tutorial isn't just another chapter in his long list of revolting antics. It's a statement. A statement that says, yes, I will go lower, watch me. And the terrifying thing is, you know he will. At this point, I don't think there's anything left that could surprise me. And I'm sure you're thinking the same. But hang on, because the list of this guy's disgusting deeds isn't finished yet. Yes, you heard that right. He painted his entire body in what appears to be feces, fully committed to a spectacle that no one on Earth needed to witness. Now, some people have speculated that it's not actually shit, but peanut butter. And honestly, while I'd love to give him the benefit of the doubt, let's be real here. It's MisterPissAir. After everything we've seen so far, does it really make sense to assume he'd go for something logical or hygienic? No. This is almost certainly actual shit. The level of commitment here is both horrifying and mind-boggling. This isn't a spur-of-the-moment bad decision. It's a planned event, complete with the kind of twisted creativity that only someone like him could bring to the table. It's the kind of thing that makes you question not just him, but your own sanity for even being here to watch it. At this point, it's clear he's not just trying to shock people. He's actively competing with himself to see how far he can go. The shit monster clip is disgusting on every level, but it's also disturbingly on brand. This is a man who's made revolting content his full-time job, and with each new stunt, he sets the bar lower and lower. The speculation about peanut butter might seem like a glimmer of hope in an otherwise nightmare-inducing situation, but let's be honest. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that MisterPissAir never chooses the safer, cleaner option. This clip isn't just gross, it's another reminder of just how far he's willing to go to shock and horrify his audience. You'd think that even after inventing shit air, MisterPissAir would have taken a moment to reflect, maybe even wonder if his legacy really needed more excrement. But no, reflection isn't in his vocabulary. Instead, he takes his obsession and somehow weaponizes it. Literally.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a cannon. So this was a very highly requested video. Usually I make piss related stuff, hence the piss jugs. But if you guys want me to experiment with my poop, I'll do it for you guys. So let's start. So to start off, you're going to need some stains on your wall. If you don't have any, then you're going to need to make some. And you're going to be wondering, why do you need stains on your wall? Well, before you launch your cannon, you need to pray to the gods. So in order to pray to the poop gods, you're going to want to do it like this. Poop, 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 poop. You need to slap your bottle against the stains on your wall. And while you're doing that, you need to say poop 5 times. Once you're done praying to the gods, you're going to want to lay down your bottle on the floor like this. Once your cannon is on the floor, all you're going to want to do is jump on it. Okay, everyone, so I thought the blast was weak, but it actually came out from the back of the bottle. And look, I got shit all over my cabinet now. I thought it would come up from the front, but it actually came up from the back. That's hilarious, bro.
Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. He bottles up his beloved substance like he's crafting some kind of grotesque potion, and then decides it's time for a demonstration. Because who wouldn't want to know how to launch poop across a room? And for reasons I'll never understand, he adds a touch of mysticism, telling us to pray to the gods. At this point, it's not just a weird video, it's a bizarre cult initiation, or an attempt of cult initiation. And the worst part, he squeezes the bottle, launching his masterpiece into every corner of the room. The result? A crime scene no forensic team would ever want to approach. Watching it unfold is like witnessing the aftermath of a bad idea that nobody stopped to question. The explosion of filth that follows isn't just a mess, it's a catastrophic declaration of MisterPissAir's complete disregard for boundaries, logic, or basic sanitation. Watching this unfold, you can't help but think of those rare encounters with people on the street who seem genuinely unhinged, rambling to themselves, doing things that make absolutely no sense to anyone else. MisterPissAir seems to be embodying that same energy, only with a platform and an audience. The sheer audacity of taking something so vile and presenting it as a tutorial borders on performance art, but not the kind you'd see in a gallery. No, this is the kind of performance that leaves you staring at the screen, wondering if humanity took a wrong turn somewhere along the way. And then there's the prayer to the gods. It's not enough to create chaos. He has to bring a sense of ritual to it, as if summoning some higher power to bless his masterpiece. But what really gets to you is the complete confidence. There's no hesitation, no second guessing. He doesn't just embrace the chaos, he is the chaos, diving headfirst into it like a man on a mission. It's unsettling, to say the least. because you realize this isn't just content, it's the kind of behavior you'd expect from someone who's completely detached from reality. And then comes the aftermath. The bottle explodes, the room is transformed into a scene straight out of a nightmare, and you're left with one overwhelming question. Why? Why go to these lengths? Why present something so repulsive as though it's an achievement? At this point, it's hard not to compare MisterPissAir to someone you'd cross the street to avoid. A person so caught up in their own bizarre world that they've lost all connection to what's normal or acceptable. The only difference between him and these people shouting nonsense on the street corner is that he's got a camera, a platform, and an audience of more than 500,000 people. And somehow that makes it even worse. After everything we've witnessed, questioning MisterPissAir's personal hygiene feels as redundant as asking if fire is hot. But for all the wrong reasons, you can't help but wonder, what does his house look like? Well, buckle up, because what you're about to see isn't just a mess. It's a level of filth that will redefine your understanding of the word disgusting.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a fridge tour. So we're going to start off with the freezer. It's not as bad as the bottom, but there's still lots of these weird seed things. I don't know what they are. But yeah, that's my freezer. We're going to go down here. Yeah, holy shit, man. Yeah. It's pretty bad down here, but you know what? I can manage. I really feel like I can, yeah.
Let's start at the tip of the iceberg, his fridge. Now, most people's fridges are where you'd expect to find food, maybe some leftovers, or even a few expired items that got overlooked. But MisterPissAir's fridge, it's a whole other story. Rotten, filthy, and downright stomach-turning. It looks like a science experiment gone horribly wrong. The layers of decay in there aren't just a health hazard, they're a testament to the chaos he calls home. Every inch of it screams neglect, and yet this is only the beginning. Trust me, as bad as this is, it's nothing compared to what lies ahead. And now we move deeper into the iceberg, the house tour. If you thought his fridge was bad, brace yourself, because his house looks like it's been stuck in a time capsule of neglect. It feels as though no cleansing product has graced this place in years, possibly decades. Every inch of it is coated in layers of grime so thick, you start wondering if the walls themselves are holding their breath in protest.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a full house tour. So first of all, this is my room. You guys already know that. Yup, that's my room. Over here is like the living room. That's the couch where I like chill. This is like the living room and shit. This is the fridge. Yeah, this is the fridge. Over here is like I don't even know, man. It's like creepy as I don't know. It might be haunted or some shit. Yeah, type shit. Down here is the basement. There's like a mutant species of cricket down here. I made a couple videos on that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's go back up. Over here is the kitchen. This is where I cook my food. You know, I got my spices right there. I got my second fridge. This is the sink. Yeah. This is my bathroom. This is my second bathroom. The lights don't work in this one, but sometimes I still use it. Yeah.
The floors, barely visible under a chaotic mix of garbage, dirt, and who knows what else. The air practically feels heavy, as if the filth has seeped into every molecule of oxygen. It's not just messy, it's a full-scale assault on your senses. You'd expect at least one livable space, one corner that doesn't make you instinctively want to douse yourself in hand sanitizer, but no. This house is a monument to decay, and it's thriving. Now, you might think surely this isn't his actual house. Maybe it's all just for content, a desperate attempt to get clicks and views. First of all, 99% of this guy's videos are under 1 minute long, which means he isn't exactly cashing in on TikTok revenue. So that theory doesn't hold water, or anything remotely clean for that water. And as if that wasn't enough, there's one piece of evidence that completely shatters the idea of this being just for show. MisterPissAir's notoriety skyrocketed after a video featuring Colonel Joseph, a well-known streamer who did a real live stream from this very house. In that video, Kennel walks through the same nightmare we see in MisterPissAir's content. Every inch of the house, just as filthy, just as horrifying. It's not a set. It's not staged. This is his real-life environment, and that's what makes it all the more unsettling. The list of this man's madnesses are endless. But let's stick with this Kennel's thing, because it's something you can't overlook when examining this man's story. It all started when Kennel occasionally met MisterPissAir on Twitch on livestream, and then asked him if those piss videos are real. And the shocking part, he literally rolled the camera and showed the piss garbage in his room. And then Kennel decides to go to Joplin, Missouri, where MisterPissAir lives, and see if what he is saying is actually true. But unfortunately, what happened was beyond both Kennel's and his followers' imagination. He couldn't stand the smell coming from the filthy house, and then decides to put on a hazmat suit and then continue the tour. Even this couldn't cut the suffering his nose had been enduring. But the worst part is that in this video, it's crystal clear that this guy has some issues way beyond his obsession to piss and shit.
You're gonna run away.
Hey, here's a simple one that I haven't even done before. Some piss coffee.
Piss coffee.
Yeah, you know, if it's been a really, really, really bad night and you need to wake up for work, simple.
Oh, oh.
There you go, look at that. Like Starbucks. This will get you up in the morning, bro. But the thing is, you don't drink it. You do not drink it. No. This is what you do.
Oh.
Put that on your head. That shit'll go through your sweat glands and into your brain. Y'all so scared for what?
Who did we contact, bro?
This isn't some TikTok joke anymore, because this guy's clearly living doing the exact same things he does in his videos. And this isn't a normal thing. And I think someone from his family should consider taking him to a mental health institution. And then there's the basement, his infamous lair of filth. If the rest of his house is horrifying, the basement is something else entirely. It's not just dirty, it's the kind of environment that feels like a breeding ground for bacteria, bad decisions, and who knows what else. It's here in the depths of this nightmare that we witness one of his most bizarre acts yet. In a clip that's almost impossible to believe, MisterPissAir is seen licking fentanyl powder off the ground. Yes, you heard that right. The man literally bends down, licks powder off the filthy basement floor, and then follows it up by licking his own saliva.
Oh boy, do I love me some fat. Are you crying? What's wrong with you? You don't like fat? Why did I bring you here? So we could be fat buddies. You don't want to be fat buddies with me? You never said you liked fat? What? I remember we met on the street. You said you love fat. You said you wanted to come down to my basement and do some fat with me. How could you lie to me like this? Let me tell you something, brother. I don't care what you like. You finna take a hit of this fat, bro. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, cry. I want you to cry. You finna take a hit of this fat for lying to me. Come here, take it.
It's not just bizarre, it's a complete breakdown of anything resembling normal human behavior. At this point, the connection between his actions and his mental state couldn't be clearer. This isn't just someone living in filth or making bad content for shock value. This is someone who needs serious help. The basement, already the stuff of nightmares, becomes a backdrop for behavior that's both dangerous and deeply disturbing. As if the state of MisterPissAir's house wasn't already a waking nightmare, it's absolutely crawling with roaches. So much so that he felt compelled to document his efforts to handle the infestation. And in true MisterPissAir fashion, he managed to make even this disgusting reality worse.
You know what? You guys can just live here at this point. If you want to come in here and use my Wi-Fi, invade my house, invade my privacy, you guys can just live here at this point. I don't give a. You know, at this point, I'm just gonna start giving them names. Hey, this one's name is David. This one, fuck you. I'm done. This is part 5 of trying to get rid of the roaches in my room. I told you guys in part 4, if they come back, then they can live here. And they came back. They're already starting a new revolution. So, yeah, at this point, they can live here. I don't care anymore. We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
This isn't your typical call an exterminator situation. No. MisterPissAir decided the best weapon against these invaders was his own piss. That's right. He made a 5-part series showing himself spraying urine as a DIY pesticide. At this point, it's not just the roaches that are the problem, it's him. Watching these videos feels like witnessing a complete breakdown of logic. The sheer absurdity of this situation makes you question everything. Why film it? Why piss as a solution? Why 5 parts? It's almost like he saw the infestation and thought, how can I make this as gross and unnecessary as possible?
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be going mutant bug hunting again. If you want to know what that means, there's some unknown species of cricket in my basement, and I'm going to eradicate this species. Now, this time we are going to be hunting the mutant crickets with piss. So if I find one, I'm going to throw piss on it. So let's start. Okay, y'all, I found one. It's right here. I don't want it to jump away. Let's throw the piss on it real quick. Okay, I found some more over here. Oh, he went behind the block, but I think I found its kid. Let's throw some piss on it. I found another one hiding between the cracks. You ain't slick, bro. You ain't slick. You ain't slick. Okay, I just found a really small one. The thing about the small ones is that they can move really fast, so I gotta be careful when I throw piss on this one, because it might jump on me. Okay, be really precise. Yep, got it.
What's even more horrifying is that it doesn't seem to be working. The roaches are thriving, multiplying, and probably laughing at his efforts. The combination of filth, chaos, and misplaced confidence makes this series less about pest control and more about MisterPissAir's ongoing war against common sense. If there's one thing these clips make clear, it's that the infestation isn't just in his house, it's in his entire way of thinking. Just when you think MisterPissAir has maxed out his shock factor, he manages to open his mouth and take it to an entirely new, horrifying level. In one particularly disturbing clip, he utters a threat so vile and unhinged that it leaves you questioning how anyone can descend to this level of madness. This isn't just shock value, it's outright unsettling. The combination of his words, the chilling tone, and the bizarre injection of his supposed HIV status paints a picture of someone who seems entirely detached from any moral or social boundaries. It's not even about being offensive, it's about the sheer level of derangement on display.
Wakey, eggs and bakey! This is gonna be a really, really tough time for you, okay? And I don't want to hear no screaming, no crying, no nothing. If you cry, I'm gonna pour this piss down your throat. And I have HIV, so yeah. Shut your mouth. The first experiment I'm gonna do is cut off your with these dookie-covered blades. What's the point of this experiment? I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not even a real scientist. Look, man, let's just look at this from a logical perspective. You're cooked. No one can help you. Nobody can hear you scream.
What's worse is how casually he delivers this, as if these kinds of statements are just another Tuesday for him. There's no hesitation, no filter, just a torrent of words that feels designed to leave everyone watching thoroughly repulsed. It's not just cringe, it's dangerous. At this point, it's impossible to ignore the red flags. This isn't someone just seeking attention or playing a character. This is a person whose behavior demands serious intervention. Between the threats, the filth, and his escalating actions, it's clear that MisterPissAir isn't just a problem online. He's a walking disaster waiting to happen.